Right, so here we are at Midland Karting, 10-minute qualifying, 30-minute race. Um, so straight here we go into qualifying, just getting out onto track, getting my tyres warm a little bit, overtaking a few slow people at the start. So I have come with my mate Tyler. This is his home track, so he's the guy right in the front in the dragon-looking helmet with a guy just behind the guy in the white helmet and the black suit, just making everything there. I let by right now through Samuel, who is the fastest member of the circuit. I believe he's the lap record holder as well, with a 34.4, I believe. Um, so just let him through knowing he is the fastest person, trying to follow his lines. This is my second time at the track. So just trying to understand the lines, understand the carts a little bit as well. It is on the Premier circuit, which I've got a photo up right now. It's quite a nice circuit. Got a lot of hairpins, very long straight. It has got a little bit of a bump in the middle of the straight, which is a recipe for death. But otherwise, pretty nice. As we see, Samuel makes the overtake on the guy in the black and white. Again, this is just qualifying. Uh, so we're just following the lines, everyone going around. Um, Pilot is right at the front of this pack. He's the person I'm with, as you can see. He's got in the black and white a little bit slower than me. Oh, Tyler gets overtaken, and I think that's it. Sent to the back of the pack. I get around the inside over here. And Samuel slowly taking his time, trundling along into the distance as he does. I think the idea was he wanted to set a couple of quick lap times from the start uh, to solidify his pole position. As I try and make a move on this guy in black and white, we're getting a little bit as he is holding me up a little bit. The lap times aren't looking great. Again, the lap record is a 34. It is quite cold on this day. It's freezing cold, very windy as well. So tyres would take a lot longer to get up to temperature. Um, Track wasn't as quickly as we would like it to be. But what can you do? Overtaking the back marker there. There was 8 of us on track today. So Samuel, Tyler, there's another quick member that comes regularly. I believe the guy in front of me in the black and white is also a quick member. And there's me and there's two like slow new people and one reasonably fast one. As I let Tyler through, just to hope to get some clean air. Not certain. Trying to overtake the back marker here. Um, Samuel does end up slowing down later, just to get some clean air, I guess. But no, sorry, slows down and then started doing some attacking and defending practice with Tyler, which did end up disadvantaging him, and we'll see where it places him later in qualifying. But we've skipped ahead now to lap 10. This is the fastest lap of the race, so clean through the first 2 hairpins, around onto the straights, just full throttle down here, braking, getting the rear end loose a little bit, getting the nice glide around that corner. Then through the little fast set of corners, again into another double hairpin. First one nice through, get wide, and then all the way back to the inside. Glide around that last corner and across the finish. 35.9 for me, and that ended up placing me P3. So not too shabby. Chili Karting, which is the person in second, is Samuel. So he didn't get first, but now line up on the grid, waiting for the lights to go green, as you can see. A little bit impromptu, but on the yellow flag now, and we wait. Still waiting. And it's lights out, and away we go. Slow start for P1. Samuel gets around the outside. I sneak around the inside following P1, hopefully trying to get a jump on Samuel. Samuel holds the outside to get the inside for the next corner. Now Tyler ends up going down my inside. There's a little bit of a wet patch, and I slide off to the side, almost spinning. Save myself there. Get a bad exit there, and Tyler pulls away a little bit. So lost a position already on lap 1. I end up bumping Tyler. I didn't realise of the yellow flag. He does get a little bit angry, so I do apologise, Tyler. should have been a little bit more vigilant. Um, but as the flag goes green again, lost a position on lap 1, not ideal. But hoping that I can maybe get another position. Samuel goes on the inside of P1. So now he's got into P2 and Samuel's in P1. Tyler going down the inside of P2 as well, hoping to get through. P2 holds the inside, and Tyler gets the victim with a wet patch, and he goes spinning off into the barriers. Oh, unfortunately, it gets funnier every time I watch it. I shouldn't be laughing, but yeah, there was a little bit of a wet patch. I think someone might have hit it at the end of qualifying, hit a tyre, and then threw a bunch of water out. Um, but well, now I am in P3, which is the benefit, uh, and we're just looking to hold position because I know Tyler is much quicker than me. I expect this guy in P2 to be rapid, because he did end up qualifying on pole, but I think because he's a reasonable regular and Samuel and Tyler were doing a bit of attacking and defending, he ended up getting pole. So I'm expecting him to be quite quick. But as we see the laps going ahead, I end up being basically the same pace as him. I make a few mistakes, I'd drop back. He would make a few mistakes, he'd drop back. There's a yellow flag there, someone in the barriers. There's a couple of yellow flags I think that allowed Tyler to slowly back up into us because the newer members would be a little bit slower. The trying to get the jump on the yellow flag and get a better reaction, but someone gets in my way, so I can't really do anything. Onto the straight, did notice a little bit of a gap between my carts and the others on the straight. I think maybe a little bit of disadvantage on the straight, but what can you do? It's rental karting. I'm not blaming them at all. Um, just being little bit unlucky. Um, but not too shabby at all. Going round again. Tyler is battling behind me at the moment. Samuel is slowly pulling away. Tyler's trying to get back up into P4, I believe. There is, so currently he's in P5. Um, Samuel pulling away as he does. He's again, he sleeps in the go-kart. He's quite accustomed to the track as well. I think he was born on a track, and he is also very skillful. Not very good, but continuing along. See, as you can see, same pace as P2. Trying maybe to jump on the opportunity when I see it, but sometimes a bit too far back. Sometimes he'd make a couple of mistakes. I found I ended up being quicker through the hairpin at the end of the straight, but again, I would lose a little bit of time on the straight. So if you watch now, yeah, a little bit of a gap, saved up maybe a tenth or two. But just trying to hold this position, following along. The tarmac is a little bit so if you watch as we go onto the straight, there's a change in the colour of tarmac, goes from a lighter tarmac to darker tarmac, and as you're going across, as you'll see, you see a little bit of a change in grip, or quite a bit of a change in grip, because two tyres are on the darker tarmac, which is much grippier, so you can feel a little bit of a if it goes back and forth. Um, So it was a little bit to get used to. Again, here where I just crossed onto the lighter one, because you're going straight onto the lighter tarmac and there's changing grip, there's not much of a difference you can feel, because both your rear tyres will be braking at the same time and accelerating at the same time on the same tarmac, so it stays quite consistent. Here, skipping ahead a couple of laps because it was quite boring for a bit. Crucial moment. There is a yellow flag, and Tyler by this point has got into P4. And unfortunately, the back marker is going slowly, again, following the rules, so can't really blame them. But it does get a little bit annoying. So Tyler does it and managed to catch up right to the back of us. So now we're in a three-man train, trying to make a move on P2, but not quite getting there, not quite getting the exits either, and onto the straight again, and being able to gap me. Um, so just going around again, making sure Tyler does not overtake me. That's the goal. See if that happens. Not really. Um, Go around again. Lap 21. The lap times are looking decent. They were quite consistent, low mid 35s, which is a pretty good zone to be in. Again, my lap time for the qualifying was 35.9, so already beat that. Samuel, and again, I believe drawn off a minute. They're like a cheater. That we are quite. He's quite fast. Quite a lot faster than us. Um, Again, I make a couple of mistakes here. P2 manages to pull away a little bit. Eventually, we will be coming up to a back marker where then I think it's in a couple of laps. Again, you can see through the first hairpin I was a little bit bumpy. Now, that's just a case of me going too quick through the corner. That ends up happening a lot um, if you're just sending through the corners. Um, just you end up getting quite bumpy because your tires are trying to grip up in the right operating window, which is good news. But again, losing a little bit of time, you want to always be smooth through your corners. Now skipping again to ahead to lap 27. Here's the back marker I was talking about. Again, the lap times are looking quite good, 35.3s. We ever take the back marker. Oh, P2 makes a little bit of a mistake. I nudge him out a little bit. Tyler is down the inside, close, looming, but I managed to cut him off. Onto the straight again now. Disadvantage to a little bit of straight line speed. I covered off, I thought, enough. Tyler clearly saw the gap, gave me a little nudge, pushed me out of the way, and spun back into P4. Now, looking back at it, I should have defended a bit more because I did leave the gap quite open and then just close it straight away, which again is not his fault. But unfortunate into P4, overtaking the back marker that I just don't want to be overtaken, unfortunately. But um, we, what can we do? Hoping maybe I could get back up to the pack, hoping P2 depends off Tyler, so he can't get into P3. Possibly letting me catch up a little bit. But again, he was exactly the same pace as me, so there is a bit of doubt whether that will be the case. Back marker getting smoothly past with a little nudge on the edge to let them down there. And yeah, solid position. So skip ahead a little bit to lap 38. Now you can see this is a little bit of a faster back marker. This is actually P5. I'm coming to lap. Um, Now the lap times are pretty good. This is my fastest lap of the race. That's why I was skipping ahead here. Last lap was a 35.3. Getting into the rhythm of it. When you're under pressure, you find you're always much quicker. As people pressurize you, you want to always drive quicker. So when you get in the rhythm, when you're under pressure as well, that's when you tend to perform your best. And I find always having a trigger, so maybe looking across the track to see where you are every lap compared to someone else, quite good as well, to track how you're doing. But coming around the final corner, this lap was a 35.254, which is ended up being the third fastest lap time. First, obviously, being Samuel, and then Tyler and me, and then P2. Um, but slowly, with that good lap as well, catching up to P5, who I am again lapping. I heard he was given the blue flags earlier. Maybe didn't realise. Was doing a little bit of defending. No harm really, because he is being lapped and not much to, not much like attacking or defending to hold on. They're slowly just trying to get closer and closer, watching out for the mistakes through the first corner. Nice and smoother on the first hairpin. He goes defensive. I'm looking to get the switch back. Not quite. Again, losing a bit of time on the straight as well. So not being able to do a dive bomb down the inside. Losing not as much time with this cart though, in front. Going around that hairpin, through the fast corners, goes storming into that corner, goes defensive through there, allows me thinking about not being able to do the switch back there, him just having enough speed. Now there is a back mark up front, he goes defensive into there, allows me to get side by side. Trying to do another switch back, I bump him a little bit, ruins my speed. Then onto the straight. I have a really good exit, but again, losing that time down the straight, not being able to make a move there. Going defensive again. Now watching out, hoping I can use his back marker to my advantage, which you should always do. He goes defensive into there, which allows me to get alongside. As back marker's got in the way, and just squeezing through the both of them, that allows me to lap the person in the yellow suits. Now, getting a little bit bumpy through that corner, worried about if he would catch up, but he's fine. And just now, the goal is go forward, try and get as far through the race as possible. Um, yeah, through the corners. Skip ahead to lap 48 now, just right at the end. Again, lap time's looking quite good. 35.4 again on lap 48. So last lap of the race. I know I didn't realise this was the last lap. I thought it was just another lap. Just looking around to see where other people are. Go around onto the straight, past this back marker here. Again, I think the people that just passed on the right were Tyler and P2. That's Samuel that just went is going past on the straight now. And I thought, and now I see the checkered flag, and I realise, okay, this is the end. Go around across the finishing line, solidify P4. P2 managed to hold off Tyler for the whole race, so defensive work did come to use. And there I am, 35.254. Not bad. I feel like maybe I could have done better if I did end up holding off Tyler. I think I could have held it off for the whole race, maybe got a podium. But it was still a very good race, very happy. It was a nice track as well. Uh, the staff were amazing, very kind, especially Dan, who's the main, I think, organizer. Very enthusiastic about go-karting. I would definitely recommend go have a race there. Usually most of the Saturdays are pretty full up. Today was a quiet one. They go up to 12 people, I believe. Nice weather as well. It was quite sunny at the start. It's getting a little bit darker through the evening. Quite cold though, but would recommend, especially fun in the wet if you've never been to an outdoor track. But well, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Adios.